Okay, so I do kind of want this to be a little bit of an interactive sermon because it's a fun topic of imagination of a specific place that we'll be headed to. But I will start. And I got this. I scrambled this all here with my ADHD, so hopefully it'll all work out. Um, So we're coming to a close in Earth's history. We see the condition of the world getting worse through natural disasters, um, economic wars, are the rumblings of the end. So, and Satan and his forces we see through certain things. I won't talk about it too much, but you are what's real troubling is recently our the Congress, I believe, got together to discuss UFO disclosure, and it's and if you look more into the UFO stuff, it's demonic. There's no doubt about it. And officials in the Pentagon, refused to investigate these things in the skies because they knew they were demonic. But now, people who are more secular want to investigate these things, and they have more questions about it. And that's when the trouble starts. They're curious. So now, how long before these demons start showing themselves to humanity and start speaking with them? So Satan's preparing his forces for for the end. He's prepping the human mind for the return of Christ in his own twisted way. So the delusion is beginning. And we're going to go through these things and these troubles in the end here. And as we're going through these trials, what will keep us going? What thought in our heart will keep us going? What hope do we have? We have the hope of Jesus returning. That's the one thing that will keep us going through these things. We'll forget about the pain and we'll keep him in our heart and the hope of him returning. The return of our King, our friend, and our God. So let's talk about the hereafter, an existence without sin, pain, temptation, or tears. For behold, I create a new heavens and a new earth, and the former things shall not be remembered or come to mind. Isaiah 65:17. Who here has memories of regret or memories of pain they can't seem to forget? I do. I have things that I cringe about, my choices or things that have been done to me that I can't ever seem to forget. But here it says that we won't even have those things come to mind anymore. The only thing that we'll remember is, well, we'll remember things, but it'll be so great that we won't have those things come to mind anymore. The only thing we will see that will, the only thing, how should I say this? The only thing that will remind us of the past world is the scars on Jesus, his hands and his feet, his sacrifice. We'll always remember that because of that. So imagine a place so fantastic, wonderful, and full of awe that when you see, hear, and smell it, you forget those former things. So right now you can't forget them because the world's not that wonderful, is it? So it's easy to remember those painful memories. All those memories are just gone. The Lord will also help you forget. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. Revelation 21:4. And so here's where your imagination will have to start going here. Um, so I think a very simplified view of a weekly cycle in heaven and the new earth will go something like this. So Sunday through Friday on a different part of the earth, wherever you may be on the new earth, we'll be building homes, tending to our gardens, and as Friday moves on to Friday night, to Sabbath, Jesus sends his angels to different parts of the earth to gather up his people to New Jerusalem to sup with them as a friend and a God. I'd like to imagine that as we come to New Jerusalem, he sings as we walk into the gates to worship him. And there's a verse that I want to look up, Isaiah 65, about building homes and having vineyards. Let's see. Isaiah 65, 21 through 22. And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of a tree, the days of my people and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. So you won't have to deal with thieves. You won't have to deal with the raccoons coming in, stealing your food or whatever, right? Or rabbits eating your strawberries, because they'll have their own food, right? Maybe we'll be able to share with them. I don't know. But you won't have to worry about that. You'll be able to enjoy the fruits of your labors without worrying about thieves. And back to the thing where we're coming to worship the Lord. The verse that's spoken of where he sings to us. I'd like to imagine as we're walking in. The Lord our God is in your midst, a mighty one who will save. He will rejoice over you with gladness. He will quiet you by his love. He will exalt over you with loud singing. And that's from the book Zephaniah 3:17. A very underused verse, in my opinion. We go to worship the Lord every Sabbath and every new moon. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord. And that's also in Isaiah 66:23. And there are many more things that the scriptures explains about heaven and how it looks in the New Jerusalem. My favorite part is the throne of God. Just picture a throne of God with the river of life coming out of it, flowing probably through the whole earth. And it's crystal clear. It's beautiful. And the tree of life is just spread over it. It's so massive. And we'll be able to eat those fruits. And the leaves are for the healing of nations. And there's different fruits. Was it every month? Every month, different fruits. So who knows? Fruit tastes like an apple, then all the way to a dragon fruit, and then things we've never even tasted. Yeah. Maybe one will taste like pizza. Who knows? Right? The one that's like smells like socks or something. Zucchini. I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe we'll have ones those. It smells horrible. I know what you're talking about. I don't remember what it's called. Maybe it's jackfruit. I don't remember. Yeah. It's supposed to taste good, but it smells horrible. Yeah, maybe they'll be smelly. Who knows? So there's a lot of verses talking about the how we'll worship God, when we'll worship God, how we'll serve Him, and how there will be no more pain, nor suffering, nor tears. So that's what the scriptures have. Now, well, for the rest of things, like what would we do in heaven and the new earth? That's more of like the imagination side, the side of imagination. So we're getting down into that now. So if you have something in your head you could imagine or that you have imagined, you could share that with us. But I'm going to start on that. These things that we know is the scripture. But what about other things and activities? So skills. We're not just going to be a baby cherub in heaven playing a harp forever and ever and ever, and that's it. That would be kind of boring, wouldn't it? That's like as you see in the paintings. No, we're still going to be human. We're going to still be able to have fun with the new earth and the new heaven. So you'll be able to acquire skills, like it says over here in Isaiah. You'll be able to build houses and vineyards. So I'd like to imagine that you have a house for the new earth, whatever location you want it to be, snowy place, jungle, whatever biome, and then you have a place, a building that Jesus built himself for you in the New Jerusalem that you come to visit him on the Sabbath day, right? Or the new moons. And yeah, architecture and designing tools, designing maybe new instruments that you could use to worship the Lord. I like to think about that, like music, designing songs, making songs for Jesus, learning trade skills. Maybe you could have skills, unique skills that other people could make use of. And let's see. And then we move on to unending knowledge. So that if there's a new earth and a new heaven, we're going to have to learn about it. There's not this cycle of death and life that this earth has. So it's going to be pretty different. And so we'll have to learn all about that. Like how does the seasons work now? Do things don't die anymore? So do trees shed their leaves and things like that? And so we'll be able to learn stuff like that. Yeah, will it be cold? Will it be hot? You know, it'll be just perfect all the time. Maybe, yeah. What? Well, you got a quote? I was gonna get to that. Yeah. No, you can say that. That's fine. It's interactive. So, what's your question? How many what? You mean like a video game? I knew you were talking. Okay, so it's just one life right now, and then as we get our new bodies from like Jesus cleansing us into our new bodies, the Bible does talk about that in Isaiah. I think it is where it says that a child won't stop being a child till he's 100 years old. So yeah, you'll be a kid for 100 years. It says it in a weird way though. It says it like a child won't die until he's 100 years. So I think that means cease being a child until he's 100 years old. So you'll probably be tired of being a kid if you're a kid after 100 years. Um, Traveling, yes. See other worlds, yeah. Study their planets, and then the inhabitants there. They'll probably ask us a bunch of questions. We'll be ambassadors to them. Like, trust me, you don't want nothing to do with the sin thing, you know. Trust me. Don't do that. Um, yeah, they'll probably ask us a bunch of questions. What was it like? It was gross, and you don't want to do it. Don't do it. That's what we'll be saying. Yeah. And yes, we'll have new bodies, and we won't have to worry about back aches and stuff. I got a crooked back. I got scoliosis, so it doesn't really hurt yet. So, but and so yeah, acquiring knowledge, learning, and searching through all of creation, studying how the new earth works, being able to watch and touch all animals with no fear. So we won't have to be afraid of a tiger eating us. We can go up and pet it. It won't be afraid of us. So we'll be able to have a giraffe or all the. There's lots of species that are extinct that we don't even know of. Like there's fossils of them. Dodo birds might just be a chicken, honestly, just some kind of breed of a chicken. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, just a crazy chicken. And speaking with historical figures about their lives, and like Dad said, the experience with Moses, talking to Moses about his experience guiding those mischievous people. How angry did you get that one time? Yeah, stiff necked people. And speaking with Samson about ripping the gates off of a city and running off with them, that's comical right there. Um, and then talking with Jesus, right? That's the number one thing. There's probably going to be a long line that you have to wait for. Maybe a big circle around him. Yeah, it's my turn. DMV number pull right. I'm at Q 1264. Okay, I could wait, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Go over here and listen to Elijah for a little bit. Um, but yes, talking with Jesus is going to be the biggest one, right? Unending questions for him. So he'll have a lot of work to do with us. And asking angels of their experience, maybe fighting Satan and his forces. What? I see you saying what? And yeah, like Jesus understood our lives better than we understand it. Yeah. And then like the angel can explain like that one time I saved you. You didn't even realize it, but there was this I don't know satellite about to fall on your head or something. Who knows? Uh, yeah, guardian angel. How many demons has he had to fight off for you? Uh, that'd be pretty cool, right? Is that a what? What, a ghost? Where are you see a ghost? Are you talking about? No, there's a dude back there. It's my dad. He's in that room. You see him? You see a little square right there? Okay, so talk with angels and their experience and other humans that were famous. Nebuchadnezzar might be there. There's a chance that he might be there. He thinks he will. So you get to talk to him about Babylon and what was it like for you to go crazy and eat grass for a long time? Did you remember it? You know? Yeah, everyone's going to be completely honest about what happened to them. Yeah. How what? God? And not to mention he's infinite. He's beyond existence because he created reality and existence. So And they do, yeah, they do travel really fast. He does have angels recording everything. And so you got unending friendships with animals, Jesus, obviously, angels, mankind. You'll have, you'll just imagine like now, you think of the animal friendships that happens with basic creatures like dogs or cats. Just imagine like bigger animals that you can interact with without fear, like a gorilla. Yeah, maybe they'll be able to talk. That'd be pretty cool. Or we'd be able to understand their their barks and whatever their meows, and we'll be able to see other creatures in the vast universe too. So animals and maybe sentient beings who have intelligence like us. Yeah, it doesn't. There's these things called like one of the biggest fish out there is like a Goliath grouper. And those things can get big. They are scary looking too. When they get big, and just imagine swimming in the water with them. But yeah, and there's things like what we'll be able to look into like all of history, right? Like maybe God will be able to give us a vision uh, of history. Maybe we could kind of feel like we're actually there in the moment to relive important moments of history that are key to, like kind of like virtual reality, maybe, and maybe not so interactive because it's the past. Maybe I don't know. I don't know why we would interact. Um, but yeah, like I've always been curious about like what was it like before the flood? Did humanity have technology? I think so. I think you find weird stuff that's fossilized that looked like tech sometimes. Oh, what? Maybe they had artificial intelligence, but don't know. We could just be repeating before the flood, which is a little bit more shrunken, dwarfed, and dumber. No new thing under the sun. Yeah, we'll be able to talk about all the people he healed, all the things he did for those people. Turn water into wine. How did he do that? Well, he's God. So he created physics. Um, and then you'll be able to do recreational activities. You got a big river of life. Maybe you can go canoeing down it. You got to make the boat first. That'll be fun. You got to make the boat first. So nothing's just given to you. And I thought about that earlier. You know, we got this. The best thing we can offer right now on this planet is capitalism, and that's not that good. Yeah, it's okay. It's better than what other people have, like communism and socialism, but it's still got problems. Like, oh man, I have to earn $1 to get stuff. I can't just have my own property and just get the resources from it. And then, yeah, I don't even own the property. It's taxed. So really, the government owns it. Because if I stop paying those taxes, the government can take it. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about those leeches that want to suck off you. So you'll you'll be able to do recreational things like that. It's unending. Like the things you will be able to do and learn and see, smell, taste. So the reason I wanted to do a sermon like this to get your imaginations going is because we're going through rough patches right now. It's going to get worse. So you got to remember what's to come after. Don't focus on the negative, because if you do focus on the negative, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna make it harder for you to get through it. It's all about perspective. So, does anyone else have any other thoughts I've had about heaven, because there's a lot of stuff. It's 10:37. We're gonna make this last till 11 because can't give him all the time, right?
You know what I think about heaven? I think, I've had some wonderful pets that I've loved so much. And it says there, when it talks about God, men want to give their children good gifts. What man would, give their kid a scorpion if they ask for a loaf of bread or whatever? And I think if I ask God to make my pets in heaven so I can be with them again, I think He will.
Mm-hmm. He can. He has that ability, so I don't see why he wouldn't.
Nothing is too hard for God. He
No.
created them in the first place. And so I am so excited that I believe I'm going to see my little Sam sitting on my porch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's enough. Yeah. See, that's the good thing about Jesus is it's like not only do you get him, he wants to give you more. He wants to give you more stuff. He's just so kind. Mm-hmm. Yep. And now he's forever human with us. That's a big sacrifice. I did a little bit. A little bit. Yeah, we have to sleep on Friday night, right? And we won't be calling it Friday. We'll be calling it like number 6, preparation day. Massive. And it's not going to be just like this depressing, lifeless apartment looking place. It's going to have like vegetation. It's going to be like a beautiful jungle without the sweat and the heat, of course. And it's going to have animals in it. It's going to have a river going through it. It's going to have this big tree in your front yard where you can eat a fruit, whatever you want. Yeah, maybe that. So there's definitely it's a garden. The Garden of Eden, I think, is in there. He took away the Garden of Eden and put it into New Jerusalem. So that's it's not gonna you see artist depictions of heaven. And it's just like this kind of gold square looking thing, and maybe a little bit of Roman looking columns. It's, basic looking stuff, but it's not that basic. It's gonna be amazing. So
We're also going to be able to see the stone tablets
the original tablets. Yeah. Well, maybe not the original because the other ones got broken. Maybe he had the broken ones too. Might have, yeah.
Do you think we'll be able to talk to the animals in heaven?
I would hope so. I think so because dogs have a way of talking to us. They wag their tail and they'll have certain tones in their bark. So maybe with our bigger brains, because our brains kind of aren't too good right now, but like with our new bodies, we might be able to understand what they want and what they're trying to say to us. So whenever a dog sees you, he's wagging his tail, he's excited. It's just gonna be like excited, excited. He's gonna be saying something like that through barking. Yeah. If you were to read his mind, it's just excited, excited. Okay, I'm gonna get food, food, food. All right. Yeah. Be an angel forever.
You won't be an angel, but you'll be a little bit like one.
Maybe you'll be able to fly like an angel. Some people say that you'll be able to fly. I don't know if that's in the scriptures or not. Huh? Yeah. Ellen White might have said that. She said something about flying. I feel like it'd just be too easy. It'd be too easy to fly. Well, yeah, he definitely does. Yeah. Whatever your name is. Gabriel, call him Gabe. Hey, Gabe. But yeah, you can have an angel take you from one place to another, and then yeah, talking animals.
Well, Ellen White, inspired book titled Heaven. She has that in all her books that she's written.
She talked about, like, she said she had a vision of like a field, and the grass was different from the grass we have. It was almost like silver reflecting. She couldn't really explain it. It's hard to explain with our minds. So it must have been something phenomenal about the vegetation that's different from our the. No, the llamas and the sheep will do that for us. The goats. The children? Yeah. So that's another thing. Is like, if you're worried about being a parent, because Jesus does say we won't be giving into marriage. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. And does it mean we won't be able to reproduce? I have no clue. But even if it does mean that, there's all these children that have died that we will be able to adopt and raise. Will we have the children of the pagans that were killed? I don't know. I hope so. Huh? Abortions, child sacrifice, all those horrible things that happened. Hopefully, they will be able to be in heaven with us, and we can raise them as they should have been raised.
I had a woman in church in Newell say that she's waiting to go to heaven so that she can raise her baby up there. Her baby died.
Yeah. Lots of stillborn babies. Sad thing like that. Wait 9 months for it, and it's stillborn. That's horrible. But yes, um, be able to hold the children that have died in our hands. Ellen White, I think she explains it as like the angels will bring the babies that have died to their, like, immediately after Jesus returns and resurrects everyone. Immediately we'll have, and we'll be rejoined with people that have died in the past, our friends, family, and other things like that, or pets. So, anyone else got anything? 10:45. Is it gonna rain? I think so. I think it will rain, or maybe it will. Rain is kind of a new thing for Earth. I didn't think about that. The dew or the geysers or whatever it was. So, well, I don't know. Constant light. He's a nightlight too. So, some blackout curtains to be able to sleep. So it does say that there won't be any night in heaven like New Jerusalem, but it doesn't say about the earth. It's I don't know. Yeah, all kind of Golden Street. You desire it. Your body desires it. Maybe.
Things you want to do that you don't know what to do first.
Yeah, it's gonna be overwhelming.
Okay, people with the last name that begin, you're going over here.
Mm-hmm.
As Bonnie was saying, you won't be tired. So why would you really need sleep?
That's true.
I don't know.
Maybe it's just in our bodies. I don't know. It's like our brain might need it from all the information we're getting. We'll have to like kind of reset. It's too much.
We may need to lay down so that our bodies can also increase in growth.
Yeah, we're growing.
Like we are now.
Yeah, we're basically like dwarfs compared to what humanity used to be.
And as our knowledge increases, and our stature is supposed to grow. I guess that would make fun of us all. And we'll be able to learn anything we want to know.
Yeah, we'll stand next to Adam, and perhaps even just Jesus, because he is perfect. His body is perfect, right? So he'll be even taller than Adam, the greatest of humanity, Jesus, and he'll be we'll be in his image. We'll grow into his image. Maybe just the image of maybe the stature of just Adam, because well, Jesus is Jesus, so we can't be great like him because he's God. But yeah, okay. I guess we can cut it off now. I cheated. Y'all see that? I used y'all to keep it going.
Let's turn in our hymns to 590, Trust and Obey. When we walk with the Lord in the light of His word, what a glory He sheds on our way. While we do His good will, He abides with